Welcome to Home episode 7. This is Trollbloods Doomy3 versus Retribution of Thyron. How do you spell how do you say the Retribution name? Is Scyrah? Scyrah. Okay. Thank you for joining in, everyone who's out there on the interwebs. So we've rolled for scenario already. It is number 3, which is close quarters. There's 2 flags. We've rolled for our opponents this evening are Robert and Nathan. They rolled ahead of time. Robert is on the left playing Trollbloods, and Nathan is on the right playing Retribution. And Nathan rolled, won the roll off, and opted to go first. So I'm going to pass the microphone over for him to tell us what's in his wonderful list. So let me unmute that. Test. Nope, that one's not working. Apparently I don't know what I'm doing. Shouldn't come as a shock. There we go. Here you go. Say a little bit about yourself. Your likes, your dislikes.
Oh boy. Long walks on the beach and all that good stuff. No, anyway. Alright, so I have Fane Knight Scareth Isian, Narn, Mage Hunter Vios, a unit of Stormfalls, the House Shaio Magister, a Griffin, 2 Arcanists, Silas Wishnalair, Thyron, a Banshee, a full unit of Dawnguard Sentinels with the UA, and a full unit of the Mage Hunter Strike Force with Iris 3.
Excellent. Thank you. And over to Rob.
Hello, Internet. This is a Doomy3 tier list, tier 3. We actually have Doomy right up front here, the Scroll Bearer. We have the, Stone right here, Min Stone Squad with UA. Earthborn here, Mulg, Pyre, an old style Axer painted by my son beautifully. Full squad of Burwers, leader up front here, and 2 separate squads of Fire Eaters, denoted by their beautiful color of flame.
Excellent. Thank you, gentlemen. And I'm going to mute them since we don't want to hear them anymore. It primarily, so everyone knows, this is being done in my basement. My basement gets loud when the first comes on, so if I leave that on, all you're going to hear for half the game is and no one wants to hear that. Although maybe
That's the sound of a good shout.
or apparently maybe that's better than hearing my voice. I don't know. So as I've said like 3 times already, Nathan won the roll off. They set up on clock. Nathan is at 58 minutes and 12 seconds on his clock. Rob is starting at 54:53, obviously taking a little bit more time to set up. So we'll start the game with a handshake and then start the clock. And there we go. So over to Nathan.
All right. No allocation.
So Nathan's starting off without allocating any focus. Brave move for the first turn.
Can you use the strike force? They will just run.
So the strike force are opting to run. Again, those 2 circles in the middle are the flags. They are part of close quarters. You get 1 point for dominating your own flag, and 1 point for controlling, and 2 points for dominating the opponent's flag. They're easily denoted as the black circles beside all the other black circles. Feel free to comment in the chat. I'll do my best to respond, not quickly and not probably with any kind of information behind the answer, but I'll try. So the first Arcanist is going first, and he's moving 6 and turning slightly, so he's staying within line of sight to the other unit behind. And then he's going to use Power Booster to give focus to the Jack.
And then he'll just run.
And the Jack is activating run. Which Jack is that?
That is the Banshee.
The Banshee is running.
This Arcanist will do the same.
So the Arcanist is moving up 6, turning slightly, and then power boosting the Griffin.
The Griffin will run as well. 12 inches.
And the Griffin can run 12. And he does have Pathfinder, so he can run through that forest. The forest today is being brought to you by Playmobil. Playmobil, an excellent terrain source when your child plays with it.
Narn will just run.
Narn is running forward. I'm assuming they have Pathfinder as well. Rob, who's narrating? If you're interrupting me, now I've lost it. We have to start over again? No. So the horsey guy is moving up. Who's the horsey guy?
That's Fane Knight Scareth Isian.
He's Fane Knight Sarian Ithian.
Yeah.
That's close as I'm going to get this evening.
Horsey guy.
My daughter refers to Borka as Borka Lorca and Borka Lorca 2. And that was the unit you just moved up where some, it's another unit of the Stormfalls. Okay. Little spoilers. Nathan thinks he screwed things up. I'm sure at the top of 2, it's not something he needs to worry about.
It is. I've totally messed up everything. Oh my goodness. Yeah, wow.
Little performance anxiety for Nathan this evening.
So he'll just walk forward.
So Thyron's moving forward.
Pay 3 to cast a sail onto the Banshee.
So he's spending 3 to cast a sail onto the Banshee. What does a sail do, Nathan?
That is a Warjack can run or charge or make slam or trample power attacks for free without spending focus. Gains +2 movement when it does so, and then if it slams or tramples, it gets a +2, like the model is slammed.
Interesting. So basically, it gives it boosted attack, boosted damage rolls. It gives it 2-inch movement when and makes a free charge or special attack. If you're sorry, go ahead.
It also works on its cannon.
And it also applies to the cannon, so it's melee as well as range, or as range. There we go. I was right. I just said it in the reverse order that I was thinking it.
Usually in small and medium sizes. It's got a funky special rule, but I'm sure that'll come up later.
And sorry, the unit you're moving up right now are
Just simply the Dawn Guard.
the Dawn Guard. Okay. I'll be much better when it comes to the trolls because I actually know what those guys are. So we have regrets from Bubba. Bubba was unable to join the stream today. Apparently he was feeling blah. He just wasn't feeling it. So turn is now back to Rob. So Rob is getting his... Sorry? Okay, so Doomy is starting with his full focus of 7. Fury of 7. Going between focus and fury is going to annoy me this game. So Rob is just surveying his the army that's in front of him, picking up his tape measure, looking some more, staring at me for annoying him. And for those who are watching this on the stream, feel free to hit the heart button, which means you like this stream and you will continue to get notifications when they happen. If you're watching this on YouTube, feel free to hit the subscribe button and the like button because there's some shenanigan or voodoo magic that happens in the background where if you do that, it makes things better. Excellent question. The scenario is close quarters, which is number 3 on the list. There's 2 flags. One's hidden among the units on the far side. And Rob just thankfully pointed those out for us. So Fire Troll is activating, moving forward. And my guess he's going to throw a pie plate onto the... So he's throwing little shenanigans Rob's trying here, where he's using the Pyre Troll and throwing a shot at the first pig of the Fire Eaters. Managed to hit, was hoping for a miss, but manages to hit. So the Fire Eaters get +5 armor against damage, or against fire. So it's dice -6, no damage. And because they're on fire, they get the bonus, so there's no damage. So the entire unit of Fire Eaters are now on fire. You're very welcome, Squalish. Any other questions, please feel free to ask. Or if you have questions for either Rob or Nathan, I have no problem asking them embarrassing personal questions. And if you're watching this on YouTube, I'll be more than happy to ask them these questions after the game. So Rob is activating the front unit or the left or the right unit? Oh, the top unit. So that's the one unit in the front, second unit behind. So he's doing an assault charge. Yeah. So they have a space speed of 6, so he's able to move them 9 inches. So Rob is declaring a 9-inch charge as close as he can to the one unit. He's not quite going to make melee because they only have a melee range of ½ inch. Just picking the next target. but they get steady when they're on fire. Correct? And then he's charging the last one into the... And I'm going to keep asking you, who's the guy in the forest again? Narn. I don't. Only one I have is that one, and mine's broken. So he's checking Narn. Looks to be in range for this angle. So he's getting boosted attack and damage rolls because he's on fire. So it's def 15 versus mat of 6, or rat of 6. So first one misses. So just checking to see which ones are affected by the middle spray. So he gets catching the 2. So he needs 8 on 2 dice. 3 dice. 8 on 3 dice. Misses the first one. Second one is hit. Yeah, so that takes out the 1. And now the left with the pig, who's going to shoot, and so he's getting the... Just making sure he's not catching anything other than the 2 there. Needs to hit on 3 dice, misses. Second one, that's a solid hit, and he is gone. So Rob managed to take out 2 models with that assault and assault charge. No melee, just the assault sprays. So apparently High of Sugar was under the impression someone was painting again. They feel very lied to.
Yeah, well, it was going to be their birthday gift, but if they keep this, it'll be something else.
Well, apparently you may be spoiling your birthday gift, so I would be quiet, High of Sugar. Now Squalish is trying to come to your rescue by saying they're all painted silver and then and live in a black land. And Bubba 45, Rob, why did you change my list? Robert improved it. Rob, the worst of all lies. Or sorry, Bubba says the worst of all lies.
Check with him. I still get +2 speed if I have 7.
Yes, you still get your +2. Your battle group gets +2 on your first turn. Yeah, your battle group and Doomy. Was it just 4 beasts? Okay. He has Pathfinder. And you can move the tree. The tree is... Yeah. I expect you put it back when it's done, though. Yeah. Move the tree back. We've got important bills to pay from Playmobil. So Rob moved him up. So apparently I think High of Sugar has some issues, Nathan. He goes, how do you live with yourself lying? I think you guys need to get a separate chat room for this conversation, as this is getting a little dark.
Yeah. Very supportive.
So now I should actually go back to the game. So it looks like Doomy is activating. So he's casting Transmute onto Mulg. Transmute does a number of wonderful things, including giving a defensive bonus if he's near water. It gives a armor bonus if he's near or an obstacle, and gives. Oh, he's giving him rush instead. So little takey backies, which I don't think is an issue on the top of 1. Since Nathan is not crying foul, I think we're okay. So High of Sugar loves Nathan. Bubba loves Rob. No one loves Fraser. Well, that's not true. Everyone loves Fraser. Isn't that a sitcom name? No, I'm mashing up a sitcom. He'll be back. They all come back to the list. So Mulg should not have moved up. So Nathan, I believe you're okay to any of your mess ups. I think he's Playmobil loves Fraser. Oh, that's nice. Thank you, Hive Sugar. So we're leaving Mulg where he stands, even though he's moved out of activation. Please feel free to comment that in YouTube. I'll pass any comments and criticisms along. 5 into the stone. Now you do need to move. Are you moving the scroll bearer? The scroll bearer has to move with your. Is it a unit? Needs to follow up. No, there is a clock. We're currently at. Rob is at 46 minutes, Bubba. And you're right. You need to leave your terrain here, flat terrain here, so that I have something other than my lovely cardboard cutouts and Playmobil. Correct. I also need a clock. So Mulg riled for 3 after spending 1 to run, and he also dumped 4, or it looks like 5 into the Creelstone. So the pig burrows are going to tunnel, so he's just dropping down the burrow token within 5 inches of the. Is it the leader it has to be, or it can be within anyone? Yes. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. So Rob's just placing it within that 5 inches, and then he's going to remove the pigs. Oh, just to clarify, the hill, and I apologize for not calling this out, hill does not count as either elevated or cover. We just use it there because it looks nice and pretty, because our friend Wayne, who made this table, once again, thank you, Wayne, has included this, and it just looks so good on the table. And of course, now that Rob has broken it, he owes Wayne the price of the table, which I believe was going for $500. And Rob is belching as he moves up the Axer, and he's riling and running the Axer. Yes, Hive Sugar, this is the river that had the burning of through down into the carpet in the living room incident for Wayne. If you look on the bottom of the table, you can see the burn marks. Wayne put the liquid stuff in there, and it gets really hot, and it burned through. It went down on the carpet. So Rob is activating the Creel Stones. The UA is doing Stone Strength, and he is going to move those guys up. Are they running or are they walking? Sorry, I didn't hear you. They are running. Yeah, so they're just going to scoot in around, giving that nice Stone Strength bubble. The furnace is kicking in, so if you can hear that, I apologize.
Fraser, can you ask Bubba if I walk into a forest, say this forest, for example,
yeah,
can I see another model in the forest in order to cast a spell?
As long as you are within 3 inches of that model, and yes.
Afraid you're going to say that. That's okay.
So I was asking a question that was originally intended for Bubba, but I am confident enough in my knowledge of War Machine to be able to answer it for him. The question was, if he moves into the forest and tries to cast a spell at another model within that same forest, can he do so? And because of the forest rules, you need to be within 3 inches of that the intended target to be able to see.
Did they get hit? They didn't get hit.
They didn't get hit, so Rob was just following up on a question about the targets of the assault spray. So Rob is returning it back. So we're now on the top of 2. Rob is at 43 minutes and 25 seconds. And Nathan is at 50, commanding time lead at 54 minutes and 16 seconds. So a sale is being upkept for free because of Silas. And so the Strike Force is going first. Oh, maybe not. No, nothing being allocated. Thyron's a little hesitant, wanting to camp as much as he can. For those in the room, I passed a little wind. I apologize for that.
Oh, there it is. Yeah.
can open some windows if that would be helpful. It's awfully cold outside, but I don't know which is the lesser of the evils. If you hear any pauses in the game going forward, you'll know why I've just stepped out so I don't make everyone's eyes bleed.
I'm going to start shooting, so I'll start with this one. I'm taking a shot at Doomy. Oh, sorry, this one.
And that's the...
That's just a regular run.
So regular... From which unit, sorry?
From the Mage Hunter Strike.
The Mage Hunter Strike 4 is seeing if he can make a shot on Doomy. So he's got a 12-inch range, so it looks like he's within range. Looks like he's got a clear line of sight.
Alright, so Doom Shaper is...
Doomy is def 13.
Okay, so meaning a 7.
So 7 to hit. And with the unreadable dice, that's an 8. Thank you.
Number 15, so dice off 5. Yep.
And it's dice off 5. 3 damage to Doomy. Question from Bubba54. I'm assuming the 54 stands for his age. Question for Rob. 2-part question, actually. Why are you so good at this game, and why are you the best-looking War Machine player in Ontario?
So you can move through a flag, correct?
Yes, you can move. You can move for a flag. You just cannot end your movement on that flag.
That's right. There's no focus on Doom Shaper. Correct.
What's in the Doomy3 list? A question from Leo Chang KM kilometer. So let me just so I don't lose track of what's going on. Rob is
Protective Fit.
protective fit. So Doomy is moving up.
Or, assuming stealth flash. Only 2 inches though? Yeah, 2 inch move.
So Mulg is protective fitting.
Advance towards the enemy model. Yep. Okay, fair.
So it makes a full advance, and with rush on, he gets. Does rush turn or round?
It is only turn.
No, so you just get his base.
Solid.
So Rob is actually concentrating on the game as opposed to the silly questions being asked in the chat. That's what you have me for. So Mulg is protected fitted and is moved up. It looks like
Never mind then.
Nathan is checking line of sight, but apparently something was too big of a base.
Irrelevant because it's a pig, not a troll. Iris is going to shoot Doomy as well.
And to the question earlier, Iris 3 is in that list, and he is going to take a shot on.
He's armor 17, right? Oh, because of the Creel Stones. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. So Iris is taking a shot at Doomy.
So 4 to hit.
Needs a 4 to hit on Doomy, and that is a 10 crit. Any critical effect?
No, but any upkeeps, any fury, any funny stuff is gone.
And any upkeeps? No, is it?
It's a lot of stuff.
No.
It's not relevant right now. It doesn't have anything.
Yeah, so
I'll do it later. So Weapon Master, power 10. So
dice off 7 on a Weapon Master shot. Got to re-roll that one. Off the table doesn't count in play. Hey, you rolled a 4 just to spite me. Thank you, Nathan. I appreciate that. So,
dice off 7, you said?
so 6, 10, 15. Dice off 7 is 8. Yeah. So 8 damage to Doomy. So Doomy's taking a bit of a beating on top of 2. Mulg is going to protective fit again. Now there was a question of what list is Rob playing, and then Bubba's question is what list should he be playing?
This one is going to take a shot at that Creel Stone. This one?
So
Yeah.
Mage Strike Force is taking a shot at the Krillstone. Dice off.
12,
Needed 3.
6, nope, that's 6 to hit.
Oh, 6 to hit, so that's a 5, so he misses.
This one, same target.
Same target. And needs a 6 to hit. And gets a 3 on that one.
This one, same target.
So the one in the back is going to do the same thing. And 6 to hit. And that is a 7, so that hits. 15 under the stone.
So 6.
So dice off 5, gets a 5 dead on, so he's fine.
This one, same target.
Yep, so 8 on that shot.
6.
Dice off 5, so rolls a 4.
They're about 10s, yeah.
Yes, but high sugar, he's not rolling high enough on the armor, so you got him to do one thing right, but not the other.
Okay, this one, we'll take a shot at the. They all have the same arm or same defense.
And that's all still part of the same unit.
Okay.
Yeah.
And this one, we'll take a shot at that one. So which one?
Okay, the pig. So now he's targeting the.
Do the big. Okay, might as well get him out of the way. So you said 13. So 7.
Yeah. So needing a 7 to hit. That one hit crit. I don't know if there's a critical effect. I just like saying crit.
Yeah. 15, you said? Yeah, 15.
Yeah, 15 armor on the, and he's got 5 boxes, so that is 1 box on pig number something or other. No, I think he was doing on the other one, Rob. He wasn't doing it on the actual. There we go.
And then they'll do their reform move.
So they get to do a reform move. Now that allows them to move 2 inches, 3 inches.
They have
So Bubba, we explained earlier that you're feeling kind of blah today, and that's why you weren't able to join us. But thank you for joining us in the chat.
I'll do an Arcanist next.
So the Arcanist is activating.
Forward.
He's moving forward.
Putting Power Booster onto this nice Banshee.
Power booster onto the Banshee.
The Banshee.
Measuring control. He's got a 6 fury or 6 focus, so he can measure 12 inches. I know that sounded like a question, but I'm assuming since he measured 12 inches, that could be considered a statement.
I think Silas may give him, but I don't think so. 11 defense. 11 defense.
Mulg is defense 11, correct?
Okay.
Oh, with no, with oh, you didn't put, no, you put rush on him. Sorry, my bad. I was thinking you put evolutionary, or you put transmutation on him. My apologies. Overstepping my bounds as a commentator because I do play trolls and I remember some of the rules when I'm not supposed to. Banshee's moving up.
And I'm going to take a shot with the momentum cannon.
The momentum cannon is going to take a shot at Balg, I believe.
Yeah, boost to hit.
He is boosting to hit.
6.
A 6 on 3 dice. And that would be a 6 exactly on 3 dice.
Good. And so he's knocked down. Okay. And
So Mulg is knocked down.
takes
Mulg under the stone is 21.
21. Okay, so dice off 7.
So dice off 7 on Mulg. And that would be 10, so that'd be 3 to the squiggly shape. I'm assuming that's a 6.
That's a 6. Yeah.
Yes.
It's a 3 to the 6.
Bubba, you are missing your favorite dice in existence, which Nathan brought exclusively for you. I'd like to thank you for that, because, you know, it makes it easy reading them.
Oh, I need that one clear. So, Griffin will just walk into
Griffin's just moving up.
the other range.
You can move the trees if they're in their way, absolutely.
It's fine. Otherwise, I'm going to forget that. Okay, so I'll do shield first.
So he's doing his shield attack first on the Fire Eater.
Yeah, so it's 6? Yeah, 6, so 7 to hit.
Needs a 7 to hit, misses on a 6.
Halberd attack.
Halberd attack,
7.
needs a 7, gets a 7. Yep.
That's good. 15 to 13, so dice.
Well, he's 15 under the,
Oh, yeah, he's
yeah.
15 so dice off 2.
so it's dice off 2 against the Fire Eater. So that would be a 9 to the Fire Eater. That's a tough check. And that is a failed tough check. Rob's lost his first model.
Cleave will activate, but I don't know if the pig's in range.
So
I got
Cleave, you said was activating?
from between the pig and the...
Yep. So he's within there. So I guess Cleave gives you a second attack.
Oh, yeah, attack. Yeah, when it kills something, I get an attack.
No, so you
Field
kills.
Marshal.
Oh, Field Marshal gives him a follow-up attack.
Okay, so 7 again.
So that hits with a 7.
Dice off. Or
Same thing, dice minus 2. And that's 9, so 7, so that's a tough check. Rob's rolling his tough check.
Pow 13.
Pow 13.
Dice off 2.
Yeah, it was still 7. So, and that's another failed tough check. So the second Fire Eater is bought, and then do you do your command check on the other one? No, they're fearless right now because they're on fire. Correct? Yes.
Okay.
Oh, they're fearless all the time, aren't they?
The Magister
Okay.
will walk
So the Magister is walking up,
2, or sorry, 4, 2.
walking up 4, and then switching 2, and just checking the rules. As he's checking the rules, if you're watching this on Twitch, make sure you hit the little heart button so we know that you love us. If you're watching this on YouTube, please click on the subscribe and like button. As I mentioned before, there's some crazy voodoo magic in the background that helps us all along.
Okay. Wow, I don't really have a choice. Whip snap onto the Fire Eater.
So he's doing whip snap on the
So
fire.
range 6,
Range 6,
pow 12.
pow 12. I'm going to call it the whip nene instead of the whip snap because I want to keep this video topical and in the now and hip with all those youngsters.
So defense is still 13.
13.
Right.
Yeah.
Magical ability is 7, so 6.
6 to hit, and that is a 6.
I'll do its effect after if I can. But it's pow 12, so dice off 3.
Dice off 3 on that, pow 12. So 2 boxes on that the last Fire Eater. And apparently Bubba said, no, I'm not allowed to make references to modern songs in these videos. I apologize, Bubba. I will stop that. I'll only reference classic rock songs. What, Whip and Nene? It's still modern? As far as I'm concerned. No. So Griffin is moving up. So what is allowing the, sorry, I just, why?
Sorry, Whip Snap's ability is when it hits a model, I can then move a model within 3 inches. Sorry, a model within 3 inches can advance 3 inches.
Okay, so Whip Snap basically says if he hits a model with a spell, another model within 3 inches of him can move, so he moved up the, not the Phoenix, what's that one? It's the Griffin. Thank you.
Oh, that ruined my entire plan. Okay, well, let's just try the Stormfalls next.
Stormfalls are going to activate.
I'll do the Stormfalls next. So walk forward 5.
So they're walking forward 5.
They're going to take some shots. So I'll start with this one. He's going to take a brutal shot at the uniform. Okay. So 12 inches. Defense is. They're 12. 12, 20. Okay, so 12.
So they're 12, 20 with the stone.
So rapid is 5, so I need a 5 to hit.
So he's looking for a 5 to hit.
Brutal.
It's so it's at 8, so that's a hit.
Brutal's extra as well. So pow is 12, so you said 20, so dice off 8.
So dice off 8 against the Earthborn, and that's at 8 exactly, so no damage there.
Second one will do the same thing. Since that one was.
Yep, so he's going to follow up with the next Stormfall, Dawnfall. So it needs 7 with hits with a 9. So it's dice off 7. Dice off 8, and that's a 6. No, it was a 5, so that would miss. Not a miss, but no damage. Next one. So misses with a 6, because you said you needed 7, correct?
It will deviate.
Okay, so it is an AoE, so it's going to deviate.
So black will be direction.
So it's going 6 inches to the 2, but it would be half the distance, so it's not going anywhere. It's irrelevant.
And then the last one will be a shot as well.
The last one is on fire as well, needing a 7. Hits with a 10. Dice off 8, and ooh, nothing. 6. So a lot of shooting, not much happening from it. So Hive Sugar, you should go to Monster Comics in Halifax on Wednesday afternoons or Wednesday evenings. So they have War Machine nights there. A fine bunch of fellas, as I've played in their little mini tournaments. So Horsey Guy is moving up as I'm pitching another group, and he's going to be doing some impact attacks against the Earthborn.
So that is
So Matt 8 versus Def 12, so 4. So it's a solid 11 to smuck into the Earthborn.
Only 10, so dice off 10.
So it's dice off 10. So no damage there.
He'll do his attack.
Now he's going to do his attacks.
So 4 again.
Oh, it's War Machine, High of Sugar. I played there last summer in a little mini tournament. If you do a Google search or a Facebook search for Halifax War Machine, you'll see their Facebook page show up. Again, as I'm pitching this other group, I'm ignoring what's going on. So what just happened?
He whiffed.
Oh, he whiffed. I really wish I could have seen that because that would have been.
Very hard, yeah.
Was it triple ones?
It was, well, double ones.
Double ones.
He only
Okay.
needs 4s, but...
Oh, it needed a 4 to hit. Rolled 2 ones. Do you have multiple attacks? Or is it only the one attack?
He's got 2. He's got Rapid Strike.
Okay. Oh, both of them missed. Oh, very good. Sorry, I should not say with that much enthusiasm, as I'm supposed to be impartial.
Okay, I'm going to move the Dawn Guard next. They will run.
So the Dawn Guard are running.
They have defensive line.
So they're doing defensive line, so they get +2 armor or +4 armor for defensive 2. Yep.
Very close. That's okay.
It was sort of a half-hearted run by that unit.
Yeah, they're a little bit stuffed up. That's okay. I really don't think that's enough.
So this.
Okay. Thyron's going to go next.
So Thyron is moving up.
Move himself into the forest.
So just go a little bit halfway into the forest. He has Pathfinder as well?
No, he doesn't.
Okay. He's just towing in the forest. Matt, 10 on the charge.
Oh, well, still missed with double ones.
Still missed with double ones.
Yeah, fine. This is no way it's going to work, but I'll do it.
So-
No,
So Nathan's already doubting his
not a
move,
chance in hell it's
and
gonna
that's
work.
when it works out. Yeah, on stream, you have proof that it worked.
No, not a chance. Not a chance.
Okay.
Narn is going to charge Doomshaper.
Okay, Narn is charging Dune Shaper.
So he's got speed 7 and
So 10 inches.
so, okay, well, okay, he is. Yeah.
Okay.
No, he doesn't care. He's out. Oh, yes. So enough to engage him, but beyond that, does he have reach?
No. So Narn is about 2 inches shy. Doesn't have reach, so only one model that he seems to be able to do anything to is that's the Fire Eater in the back.
And the aircraft.
Oh, and he's just ending his activation there. Okay.
That's all he can do.
Okay. So back to the Nathan's ending his turn at 36 minutes and 26 seconds, and Rob is starting at 42 seconds. So doing his fire checks. First one, so far they are all staying in play. Oh, that one goes out. The 1 unit one goes out. Oh, there you go. So he's taking back his Fury. And he brings him back up to his full 7. Now, Iris 3 doesn't have any long-term effects with that shot. It's just that turn.
No, it is literally just. Actually, now it's a good opportunity to tell you what it does.
What does Iris 3 do?
When this model hits another model with an attack, the model hit loses the focus and fury points on it, and any upkeep spells cast immediately expire.
Okay, so you lose the caster uses any focus of fury, and any upkeep spells immediately expire. But there's no long-lasting effects. After Iris's bolt, I would have put every gun into Doomy. And then Doomy or Maul would have kept protective fitting up and taking out Thyron. Sorry, just to counter your thought there, Bubba.
Well, Bubba, I was going to try to get Narn in there to do the job, but sadly, I was too short for Whip Snap.
Too short for Whip Snap.
That was so sad.
I'm sure Bubba is frantically typing away to comment to my comment. So Pyre Troll is activating. Oh, Mr. Rob. Are you started your okay, I just, okay. Okay. So I've noticed something, which I'm wondering at this point, should it be brought up and how we should approach this? No, it still fires, you just it deviates. So Rob is taking a shot at a stealth unit. He out of 5 inches, so it automatically misses. It's going to the 2. It's going 1 inch to the 2. So he's going to hit. Did you need one of the other ones? Wow, this is a children's program. What's that? That was exactly what I was. Oh, so Rob is already. So Rob has already just realized what I was trying to point out, which he did forgot to pop the burrowers, which if it's not done during your maintenance or control phase, they are removed from play. So he has removed his burrowers from play as they were not popped as appropriately. And Rob's doing fire checks or fire shots against the this mage hunter strike force. I was gonna get to eventually, and was able to take out a fair number of them with the pyre troll there. Rob's a little upset with himself, forgetting about the burrowers. Rob's trying to figure out what he's going to do next. Rob's gone into the tank as the furnace kicks in. Measuring control. So this is bottom of 2, so this is the first turn that points can be scored on the flags. So he's debating whether he's going to activate the fire eaters or the stone. So Squalish, Rob had burrowed his pygmy burrowers, and the rule states that you have to pop them back up at the beginning of the beginning during your control or maintenance phase. If they are not, they are forfeited. Rob realized that after he had activated the pyre troll, and therefore they were removed from play. So he's moving the unit of fire eaters.
So if I give them salt water, I said there's no point in giving that salt water, sorry. It's just spray.
Yeah, just spray. I mean, because you're not charging or doing anything, so.
This guy's just gonna turn.
I agree, Squalish, but sometimes, yeah, it's the tough love. And to be honest, Rob called it on himself, so.
Okay,
So he's first shot is going to be on the fire eater is going to be, yeah. He's just positioning himself. He doesn't have to be facing immediately or directly in front of me. He's just on a.
No, it's right now.
Just.
Sorry. I can't go into melee.
So he's moving himself just so he was out of melee, so he can still do his spray.
Yep, okay. So boosted.
So.
15.
So Def 15 versus Mat 6 or Rat 6. So he needs 9 on 3 dice. It's boosted because he's on fire, and that one misses. So this spray is going to catch just the one, and that's just a mage strike hunter or mage hunter strike. So he needed
8, yeah, that'll do.
8. He gets it on an 8 and sets him on fire. You're just replacing the model.
Yeah, yeah.
And so he did an 8, gets a 9. Just swapping out the commander. Yep. Dice automatically go into the furnace. It's one of the first rules of Furnace Room. So as Rob contemplating, just to remind everyone, this episode is brought to you by 4 New Gamers. It's the podcast for new gamers, starring 4 new gamers. It's the clever name that sounds clever the first time you hear it, and less so every time after. It's 4 New Gamers, the number 4, but it's also 4 New Gamers, which is F-O-U-R. So, sorry, who's going? So Doomshaper is activating and popping his feet. His feet. And the Scroll Bearer is also going, and he's going to be doing his Scroll of Surprise Guess. It is going to be my guess. He's asking which we'll leave it out there for a moment. He's going with the free Animus one. He didn't wait until I could ask people in the chat. He had to spoil it. No, you can't tell me these things because I will just repeat them blindly. So feet is up, and the Scroll of Free Animus is up as well. And it's for FOR New Gamers, as it's something that is for them, not the number 4, Eye of Sugar. It's like B Sharps from The Simpsons. It's funny the first time you hear it, and less so every time after. Nathan is chuckling at my joke, which he shouldn't because it just encourages me.
15.
Yeah. Sorry. So Nathan is trying to keep it together. Not doing a very good job. He's laughing while he's talking through it. Doomy is coming up and going to smack his staff against. I've already forgotten his name. Narn. Squalish called it before he heard it. Good on you, Squalish.
So I get 4 dice actually
under feet. Yep, 4 dice under feet.
Yeah.
So he's boosting. So he's really going to town on this one.
So I get 10 hits.
10, so he gets a solid 15. And it's a crit, so he is knocked down. No, he's pushed back, isn't he? He's slammed. Okay.
Yeah, the counting box is 5. Go back 2 inches anyways.
Yeah, so he's being moved back 2 inches.
Straight dice.
And let's cock that die. Ooh. Just enough to take him out. You can goad yourself.
I don't think you can.
Oh, sorry. Rob was attempting to goad Doomy, which would have been a neat trick, and I would love to use that if that was an option, but apparently it is not. So Nathan is. How are things going? Do you think they're getting worser than other things have been going?
I really fucked up.
Okay. Well.
Yeah. Even deployment, I wasn't thinking. It's the clock. I was just
Trying to get through quickly.
I was just trying to get through quickly. Yeah. I could even feel it too.
I mean, at this point, I think I don't. From having not played Red a lot, I don't see anything that's really bad at this point. But I don't necessarily know how to play this army, so I'm not the one to ask. I was more using the word worser because it was suggested that I wanted to bug you. I'd say the word worser, and apparently you didn't bite for that one, so thank you. Yep, which I have no idea. So next up, I believe that's ending Doomy's activation. Oh, nope, he's still on Doomy's term, so he's putting admonition onto the Earthborn. We're up to 7 viewers. Thank you for everyone who's tuning in. And Doomy is ending his activation, camping 3. So next up, he's activating the. No, I think he's out.
He does, but
that's more than 2 inches. You always, we know because he doesn't have. He doesn't have. You try charging. Rob is activating the sole remaining Fire Eater from the first unit. He's just checking to see if he's in melee range, and he's just out of range of the Griffin. Hey, remember, it's a Griffin. And so he's going to assault. He's doing a 9-inch charge, or as close to it as he can to that unit of Stormfalls. I need little post-it notes on each of them, so hi, my name is. He's going to do a spray, assault spray.
I mean, I'll give you the third one. It's close enough. Not boosted.
So,
13.
so he needs seven on 2 dice. He's not on fire, so first one misses. Second one hits.
12. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and the third one and misses as well. So now he's going to do his charge attack.
Still 13.
So he needs a 7, so it hits on 7. POW 11. And yeah, with an 8, he solidly takes him out. And a command check. And that's a 4 on the command check for those dice that can't be read. Good. Spencer's joined us in the room, asking how the game is going. For those who don't know, Spencer is the Khador player in the house. Please don't hold that against him. Of course, Bubba will step up and defend Khador for you, Spencer.
You'll defend any army for him.
No. Bubba only defends Khador, and on occasion trolls. And pigs. Bubba loves pigs. So next, Rob is activating the Axer. And looks, he's going to rush himself for free. For free. Not 3, free. And he is going to charge. What's that?
Were these grenades?
No, they're Spencer's asking about the Doomy 2, or sorry, Grim 2 thing, which is a piece of ham in a bottle.
Oh, okay. They do look like, looks like it resembles a pineapple grenade.
Yep.
Sorry, who's in charge? Sorry, just
So the Axer is trying to figure out who his charge target's going to be. Yeah, you can check line of sight. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to hand the headset over to Spencer
Oh, that's gonna go.
while I step away for a moment. Spencer,
I was actually gonna take a shower.
1 minute. Just commentate for a minute. Say hi to everyone on the line. Just repeat whatever they say. So when Rob says
Okay.
just repeat it.
how about with using things in between? I'm Spencer.
Okay, I'm Spencer. I'll be commentating.
Bubba, can you thresher after charging?
Can you thresher after charging? It's one thing that we don't know. Hello. Okay, so we're trying to figure out some stuff. Okay, yes, because, okay, Bo says yes because it's on the weapon. Okay, there you go. Thank you.
And sorry, he's charging Iris. So, or he's will charge, easy charge. Well, what's the difference?
It's an Axer, right?
It doesn't. It's 16, 14. So he's gonna roll each one. Yes. Doesn't? No. It's just that one will get the boosted. Well, it's a charge attack, right? So like against the charge target. Well, I mean like damage. Damage. Oh, yeah. Not that it's gonna matter against this one, for instance, but just that damage against that. Sure, sounds good. So you let it go.
Yep. So Axer is charging. It's a Thresher. He's boosting it.
Sorry, 10 against Iris. He's at 6.
Re-rolling it.
No.
Oh no, not reload.
Second
My bad.
attack.
Okay, second attack. My bad.
Oh yeah.
Yep, definitely hit. Buying an attack.
Hit again. Are you repeating everything they say?
Yep.
Okay.
Also, I told him all of your worst secrets.
Oh, I have a son that doesn't listen. Thank you for filling in and for all your Minecraft streaming needs. What's your YouTube channel, Spencer? Oh, Spencer doesn't remember his YouTube channel name, so stuff has changed since I went upstairs and came back down.
Oh boy, cat.
So the Axer is goading. So the Axer is moving up. So Rob is moving the. Well, that's not the flag, is it? No. Okay.
No, that was
Okay.
okay.
So we're down to 7 viewers. So apparently Spencer turned people off. I apologize for that.
Still is gonna go. Yep.
Nothing like undermining your child's self-confidence.
+1 strength.
Stone is activating, popping its aura, doing +1 strength, and just shuffling up into some of the free spaces there. Oh, I see that Corey has joined us unstably.
Corey's in the house.
Big hello to our circle player.
I'm sorry. Who's doing what?
Rob's asking the
He
POW
is,
of the horsey guy.
Currently, oh, you angered him. Shoot. He's currently 15.
Apparently he angered him by hitting him and not killing
No,
him.
not hitting. He killed his buddies.
Ah.
Within his command range.
Oh, so anyone who dies within his command range angers him. Is that for what, every time, or is it a one time?
Every time somebody dies, well, it only activates once.
Okay.
You know, every time somebody dies, he gets +2 strength and armor for 1 round.
Okay.
So next turn he will be hitting for significant, well, slightly more.
Slightly more. Okay. Yes.
Oh, you can only use it on one guys. We'll try and cast it on all.
So yeah, that's awfully close. Yeah. So Rob is just seeing if he can cast Transmute onto Mulg for knots. So Transmute doesn't have the range for Transmute.
Okay. So he actually goes.
So he's going to do a boosted attack roll. So
6. Sorry, 13 is what his defense is.
7 to hit, and that is a miss. That's the first initial. Second initial, that's a solid hit at 13.
What's your highest power?
My POW is 6.
So it becomes POW 18 plus 1 for the stone is 19.
What's your
19. 19 actually.
So he's dice even, isn't it?
Oh, sorry, plus. Okay.
So he's going to boost that.
Above this may actually come up. Can you go a dragoon or go against a dragoon? Well, you would dismount him, but you don't have reach, which means I'm going to place him out of melee, and so then
Yeah, interesting question.
he's not going to be able to go. He may not be able to go because he can kill you.
I think what if because of activation?
He's not advancing. He's just
Yeah.
placed.
So I do straight damage, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 6 damage. Okay.
So 6 damage on the first roll. Question out there is if you dismount a dragoon, does that trigger goad? Because the model is technically not dying; it's just being dismounted.
9 plus 6. Yeah, that'll hit.
Straight dice.
And so he's managed to dismount the dragoon. The dragoon can place himself completely anywhere with within the large base, and he is wisely placing him out of range of the Earthborn. Yeah, so let's pause that. I don't know if there's anyone in the stream that can comment. I'm just going to take a look at the goad rune myself.
It's not destroyed.
Okay. Yeah. I think that's the rule. What does the actual card say? Do you have the card handy?
Oh, go itself. I can bring it up right here. When a war beast in this model's battlefield destroys one or more models with a melee attack.
Yeah, I would think that because the model's not being destroyed, is merely being replaced. I would say that is not a relatable goad target. Relatable, actual goad target. And Corey thinks so, but he would have to look it up.
It's a bit awkward.
So Mulg is activating. Mulg's in the house. So hyper regeneration, and that is mandatory on all the beasts. So if do any of the other beasts have any damage on them? He still has to. It's mandatory. You still have to do it. It's mandatory.
Yeah, go for it.
So Rob is regenerating 3 on Doomy because of the hyper regeneration, which he forgot. It is a mandatory, so if you miss it, you do have to go back and redo it. It's not optional.
Yeah, it's modeled in battle. Yeah. Okay.
So Mulg is activating. He's spending a focus to get up. So he's +2 speed because he was damaged last turn. So Doomy is going to charge. Rob's just checking his charge lane. So we're back up to 6 viewers. And yep, when a Dragoon is dismounted, it becomes disabled, so no goad. Yep, so Rob is just making sure. Yeah, so he's spent 2 so far, 1 to get up and 1 to charge. No, he'll take a free strike from the... So he hits. Not the Banshee, the Griffin hits. I armor 21 of the stone. Because he's under feet, he hits the 1 less die. So wasn't able to do any damage. So Doomy. You should have used it before. So within 5 inches of the Banshee, no magic could be cast. In hindsight, Rob should have cast the Animus first, but he was not aware of that. It was a battle of the no magic. And the Banshee won. Def 12 on the Banshee.
Oh, no. He's no force. He's straight, he's 19.
So armor 19 on the Banshee. So Mulg is armor 20 as well, so it'd be dice even. So I need 5 to hit. Gets an extra die on the feet, so he hits crit slam on the Banshee. Which direction does he want to send him? Because if he's on a crit slam, he has the potential to move him out of his melee range. So Rob is opting not to crit slam. Nine to the 2. What about your second initial? Yeah. So he's doing a second initial against the strike force.
It's not going to hit.
And
It's 7 plus. Yeah, no, it's going
no,
to be 12.
so he needed a 12. He didn't hit.
Yep, fantastic.
So he's buying attack with the club, and that's another crit.
Okay, so he will. Column against blue. Yep.
And so that's dice even. So that's 8 to the. Oh, sorry, 9 to the 1.
So left arm and movement are out.
So left arm and movement are out on the Banshee. So he's buying another attack. Hits.
Dice plus 1.
Dice plus 1. Ooh, nice solid hits.
6. So 4.
8 to the 6. I got all excited. I thought the column dice was one of the die. So he's using his affinities where he gets one more free attack because he's in Dude Shaper's battle group. He gets one additional attack. He hits with that and it gets 5 to the 1. And that takes out the Banshee. And now he can cast his Animus. So you're right, Corey. Exactly as you planned. You should make sure Rob thanks you for that.
At the end of his. No.
The end of Mog's combat action. Yeah.
Okay, so that ended in combat action. Okay. I wasn't sure it was ending back to the application.
Okay.
I mean, Anima.
Yeah, Anima can happen at any time. Okay, back over to Nathan. Rob is on 14 minutes and 30 seconds at the end of turn 2. Nathan is at 36:17. So doing a fire check first. It doesn't go out. On this is on the. Is that on Iris 3? What was that Iris 3? Okay. Oh, she was already dead. Tells you what. Oh, okay. So command check, and they're fine. They're loving it. They're one guy left.
3 focus on what's his nuts? Yeah, sounds good.
So there's 3 focus on Doomy. That was the question. Thyron is contemplating.
Okay. 3. Yeah. 3 to the Griffin.
So 3 to the Griffin.
Roberto gets the ear. Yes. Okay, sounds good. I don't know if you have first. Start with an Arcanist.
So the Arcanist is activating.
He's going to walk forward.
Walking forward slightly.
And then, concentrated power.
Using concentrated power that gives plus
damage rolls.
+2 damage rolls.
Next, I'm going to do Shail.
Shail is activating.
I'll have Shail move over slightly.
Moving slightly.
And then he'll take a shot with Force Bolt at.
Force bolting the Earthborn.
Defense is
12.
12. Okay. This will be crit knockdown, possibly. Anyway, sorry.
Yeah, go to PP.
Right. You said 12. So 5 to hit.
Yep. That's an 8, so that's a hit.
Crit, but that's okay. He is pushed D3.
So he's pushed D3, so he's pushed.
Towards one away. I'm going to move him towards me.
So he's moving him towards him, so 3 inches towards. The option is to move him either directly towards or directly away. Nathan opted for directly towards.
And 1 dice. So, dice 10. Probably.
Minus 10.
Yeah, minus 10 on 1 die. Nothing's. You have to damage to be able to heal. Yeah.
Sounds good. Okay. Stormfall.
Yes, unstably, the Doomy feat is up.
Stormfalls will go next.
Stormfalls are activating.
No reach, obviously.
No, just make sure there's no reach. Clarifying there's no reach on the Fire Eater.
They're going to take a shot at Doom Shade. So, admonitions going to go off. Sounds good.
So because the Stormfall fell within the admonition range of Earthborn, he is moving his 3 inches. So
It is 3.
is it 3? I always forget if it's 2 or 3. So and he's moving him 3 inches. And it looks like he's placing in between him and the.
Okay. Sorry, so they'll take shots.
I want to say Phoenix. It's not Phoenix. Griffin. There we go.
I'll do brutal.
So they're doing brutal shots against Doomshaper, both within range.
So needing 13, so needing 8. I'll do the first one. 8 to hit on the first one. Perfect. Yep.
Yeah, so 8 to hit. So you get 9, so he's good to hit.
12 to 17.
17
Yeah, 17 on the stone, so 12. Dice minus 5, but
2 dice, right?
Yes. Okay.
so nothing because he's having to roll 1 less dice because of feet.
This one will do the same thing.
So he needs a 7.
No, it needs an 8.
He needs an 8, so it misses on a 7.
Deviation.
And this is a
Three.
so 3 going
2 to the 3.
2 inches to the 3.
12. It'll be 6 blast.
So 6 would be 6,
17. Yeah.
and just actually just go on 17. So that's minus 9, 11. So minus 11.
Yeah.
Minus
Actually,
11.
no, you can't.
Yeah. Well, yeah. 6 to 11. It's 11, so 12 technically.
Yeah.
Strawberry.
Yeah, we'll do the same thing.
17.
3. Number 15.
Armor 15.
15. Okay.
So the blast don't hit the scroll bearer. It's armor 15. So it's
Dice off time, you said? Or no, 6 to 15, so dice off 9, yeah.
so dice off 9, so he misses. There's no damage on an 8. Close though.
I'm going to have Scyrah charge.
So Scyrah is going to charge Doomshaper. And Rob was just pausing for dramatic effect.
Sorry, Madrick is the one you can't charge.
Yeah, Madrick is the one you can't charge, correct. Yeah, there's nothing worse than thinking a caster's got a rule when you realize it's a different caster.
Okay, so Matt 8.
So Matt 8 on the former horsey guy.
Sorry, 5.
Yeah. Yeah, 5 to hit. 5 to hit.
So 5 to hit Doomy. So that's a crit. That's 10. No crit effect though.
It's not an effect. He does have blessed, but in this case, it's not going to matter. Weapon Master charge, so only 3 dice.
Weapon Master charge, so only 3 dice instead of 4.
How is 15 because you pissed him off? So dice off 2.
So it's dice off 2 on 3 dice. And that is dice off 2, so that's 8, 13, so that's 11 to Doomy.
So transfer. Sorry, how much is it?
It's 11
Yeah, dice off.
because it's 13.
So it's 10.
Is it 10? Oh,
Dice
sorry.
off, dice off,
I thought it was dice off 2. I thought you said dice off 2, but it was dice off 3, so it's 10 damage to Doomy. So Doomy has to transfer this. So spending a focus to transfer. And the Earthborn is going to take this take this.
1.
And he's taking that to the 1. I believe. Okay, the question is with hyper regen, does Doomy get the hyper regen, or does that go to the after a transfer? So Doomy is transferring the damage. Does he get the hyper regen, or does the Earthborn?
After the attack is resolved, if the model in Doomshaper's battle group is damaged by the attack, it heals D3. So he would not be Earthborn. Except that it transfers into an attack.
No. Bubba's not been in the chat for a little bit. Wording on the feet. Can I see it for a minute so I can read it out? Okay, so Doomy's feat says after the attack. No, wait a minute. When models in Doomshaper battle group and controller are hit by an enemy attack, the attacker rolls 1 fewer dice on the attack damage. After the attack is resolved, if the model in Doomshaper's battle group was damaged by the attack, it heals D3 damage points. And I think, you know what, I think it is because technically he was damaged, but because he transferred the damage, I believe Doomy can heal. If I remember correctly, he did not heal Corey. The question is whether he should heal. We'll hold that one to see if we can get a final healing. Yeah. So D3 healing on Doomy. Now what was that? Was that the second attack? Second attack from ex-horsey guy.
Next, I'm going to activate the Griffin here.
So the Griffin is activating.
He's going to walk forward.
going to walk forward. You snuggle him right in between the Fire Eater and the Krill Stone.
And so he'll use his shield attack on the Krill Stone.
So shield attack on the Krill Stone.
Needing 6 to be defense roll.
So needing a 6 to hit. So that's a 4, so that's a miss.
Can you give me a reach between him and using it? I don't think so. Okay, sounds good.
Yeah, so just validating that there's no reach between the Griffin and Doomshaper.
Halberd attack against the Krill Stone.
So halberd attack against the Krill Stone.
6 again.
Needing a 6 to hit. Gets a 4 on a second time.
Buy a halberd attack.
Buying a halberd attack. Needing a 6. Nails it this time. Yeah.
How is 15 to armor?
15? Yeah, straight dice on the... Okay, he makes a tough check. The Krillstone is knocked down.
Buy an attack.
So he's buying another attack. Oh, fails that tough, so he's going to... Is it not... It's sacrificial... Self-sack. No, it does. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
So he's buying one more attack. So he's failed the tough check. Yeah, it's within 3 inches. Yeah. So he's doing a self-sack on that one. And now Rob is remembering to remove the focus on the Krill Stone, which is much better than I am, because I always forget.
Okay, so, nope, didn't kill anything. Okay, we'll do,
Mage Hunter's just going to sit right up by Maul, because she's feeling nice and comfy, cozy.
Have the Dawn Guard just walk forward.
Dawn Guard are walking forward.
Or running. Run, walk, whatever.
They're moving forward. Can't decide if it's a walk or a run.
Just, okay, so hang on. That's right, yeah. That would trigger. Oh, because that's his, oh,
Yeah.
Oh, fair enough. Okay, well, we'll just move
Yeah.
around.
So Nathan's reconsidering not getting a free strike on from the Axer, because not very many people like an axe to the face. And speaking of axes, if you want an opportunity to win Madrax Rathrock
I think you
battle
mean
axe.
Chromax.
Well, no, it's not maybe it's Chromax, but in my mind it's always going to be Madrax. If you want a chance to win a 1-to-1 scale model created by Aaron the Dreammaker, check out the 4 New Gamers page in the next little while for an excellent charity opportunity to have this axe.
Well, he's command 7, right?
I should get back to the game.
Oh, you can check. Yeah, sure. Check.
Command 6. Yep, so he's...
Okay, that's fine. So he'll just, I will just move this lovely tree.
So the tree is being moved. The tree again is provided by the fine people at Playmobil.
He doesn't have pathfinder.
So he's just
Then
moving
he can cast that way.
moving Thyron into the forest. Doesn't have Pathfinder, so you're going to move half through there. The tree doesn't have to stay there. You can move the tree.
It's
So
a lovely tree.
I completely agree. It's a lovely tree.
And then Silas will just.
And then Cyrus is just Silas is moving in a little closer, and Rob and Nathan has now done his turn, so it's back to Rob. So fire check on the Fire Eater. It stays, and the 1 goes out. Rob is starting the bottom of turn 3 with 14 minutes and 15 seconds. So fire damage, no damage on the first one, no damage on the second. Oh, that's horrible. The high on sugar. There was a deforesting comment about your playing with the trees from high on sugar or high off sugar. And also, high off sugar, if you're ever in needing comic books in the Halifax area, Strange Adventures is an excellent place to go. The owner, Cal, I've known for years, and my daughter actually works there part-time as well as she goes to university in Halifax. So stuff is happening, and I've been ignoring it. So threshold check on the Axer. He fails his threshold check, so he's going to be doing it.
Sounds great.
Well, high off sugar. If you ever talk to Mackenzie, that's my daughter.
Threshold on him.
So threshold check on the Earthborn. As they say, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. I worked at a comic store around that age, and now she is as well.
You're telling me there's a War Machine
Group.
place in near Halifax?
Yep, it's in Monster Comics. Has a Wednesday night War Machine night.
Monster Comics. Oh, well, we were searching. We thought we'd have to go all the way up to like Troy.
Yeah, that's where Gamezilla is. But no, there's an excellent group, and thankfully, because we've mentioned this group so many times in the podcast, I'm going to post this in their Facebook group so they'll get to hear how much we talk about them.
Oh, lovely. We were searching last time we were in Halifax, but there was no place we could buy it.
Ah, they don't stock the stuff. They order it in for people, but they don't stock it because it's just easier.
Oh,
Ah, then you would know Cal. I've known Cal for about 15 years. I used to sell him Japanese animation and comic books.
12,
So again, stuff is happening and I'm ignoring it because I'm focusing on the chat. So it looks like the Fire Eater is doing something. Non-boosted needing a 6. Hits. Armor 18. So it's dice off 7. So that's a 1. 1 to the 1. Oh, the shield's going to eat that one. Pig is boosted, so that one absolutely hits.
Is this from back up? He started. Well, no, he's got a shield, so he's not going to get that. So it's 16.
It's 11. Sorry, 9. So it's minus 7, right?
You said power is 9. Yeah, so that's dice off 7. So
Okay, so this is 3%.
yeah,
Okay, so minus 7, 9%.
I said 26. 9, so dice off 7. So we've got 10 there, so 3. And shield still didn't need that.
Okay, last guy. Boosted.
So the last guy's hitting. It's boosted attack, but it still misses.
It's an attack with the first don't believe I have an attack. The scribe does!
Yep, described it. But the Curlstone guys make excellent throw opportunities if there's anything close enough to do a two-handed throw. So the other Fire Eater is just going to move out and do a spray.
Yep, sounds good. Defense 15.
Defense 15, so he needs a 9. Misses the first one.
Defense 14. No, 13. Or sorry, 15? First one is 15.
6, I rolled a 9 there, right? So that's
6 plus 8. You had 5 and
Yeah, you had an 8. Yeah.
13.
That one hits. And that one dies. Earthborn is activating. He's just in the tank a little bit. And asking questions about boxes left on the Griffin.
Oh, yeah, something like that. 4. Yeah.
first attack.
Yep.
Sorry, what's your defense?
12. Sorry.
So Mario is asking, what is the best faction and why is it Retribution?
Strongest talent.
5. Back arc will be 16.
Back arc on.
He's actually damaged by the hyper regeneration.
So hyper regeneration on the Earthborn.
That sounds okay.
So he just basically was able to heal himself back up.
Okay, so sorry,
At least so he has all three of his. Yeah, because he has the ability. Eight to the 2 on his first attack with the Earthborn. Second attack hits on an 11. Dice +1. Oop, cocked die. So that's 12 to the 1. Sorry, 2, sorry. Oh, okay. Apparently I can't see the little pips on the dice. So he's buying attack. Hits. Yeah, and this he's going to box the Griffin. He's going to goad. Yeah, can't snack a Warjack. It's a little crunchy. If he was I was gonna say, even if he was a slag troll, you can't do that, so because they can't snack. But good to remember snacking. That's something I often find that I forget during these games. Activating Doom Shaper. Shoulders. So questioning the positioning of the. Just gonna move Doom Shaper, staying in melee. Just making sure that he's staying within melee of the ex-horsey guy. And he's going to stay within base to base with the flag. So he's going to attack. Defense 13. Boost that. Just confirming he is defense 13.
Nobody died in range, so 15.
So he's armor 15 right now.
Yes.
So it's dice. Well, you need to hit first. That's a solid hit. That is a slam as well, which he's not going to do. Dice off 2, so that's 8 boxes. That should be able to take him out, so he is gone. Did you hyper regenerate? Doomy has to hyper regenerate. I can tell him that because that is a mandatory. He's regenerating for 2. Snacking while you're playing games is good. I, being a bad host, have not offered my guests anything to snack on.
I had to bring a beverage so that I made sure that I was hydrated for this exhausting sport. Very taxing.
So anyone who wants to make donation of a fridge for this room, so actually there's a fridge around the corner, that'd be foolish. So casting admonition. Nope, he is not. Deciding that he doesn't want to do that. So Doomy is currently on 4 Fury. Actually, the correct answer is Orange Fanta, not Orange Crush, or C+. So Mulg is activating. So he's attacking the Dawn Guard. So he's working his way through the Dawn Guard and behind. And buying an attack. He's taken out 2 so far. There still looks like 2 models within his melee range. This is the next one. So he's going against the remaining Mage Hunter Strike Force. See, I got the name right this time. It only took me like 7 times. The Soul. So he's using his fist on the, the club. Oh, free hit. Okay. Using the free hit, and that just triple sixes. So that would be was a little bit impressive, I have to admit. And he's going to goad. And it's back over to Nathan with 2 minutes and 49 seconds left on his clock. Rob has managed to dominate his own flag for 1. And Cyrus is upkeeping Storm. So Vengeance moves on the other guys. So there's 24 minutes left on Nathan's clock. I refuse to acknowledge if City Plus still exists. In my world, it still does, even if it doesn't. So Vengeance moves going in on the. So Rob, when the Axer frenzied, did he remove the Fury that was on him? He would have dumped it. Yeah, that's fine. Just making sure. I assume that was what your intent was. Yeah. So Vengeance attacks against the Axer. I don't think he's out of the stone. Yeah, so he's not quite within the range of stone, so he's 12, 18. So 5s to hit. So he hits for the 9. Weapon Master, dice off 6. So that's 5 to the 2 on the first hit. And he's dropping a whelp. Within an inch of him, yes.
Fine and dandy. I guess I'll do the yellow then. 6 to hit.
So needing a 6 to hit this time. Misses on a 2, or on a 4, sorry. This one.
Probably all right.
Yeah, I think he's out of that 1 inch range, so it hits with a 10.
Rounding 10. Dice off 6 again.
Dice off 6 on Weapon Master, so that's 5 to the 3, it looks like.
First attack against Mulk.
So, high on sugar, excellent question. Thyron is hiding between the 2 trees in the forest.
Tactically surveying the battlefield.
Or tactically surveying the battlefield. So we're still working through the Vengeance moves on the Dawn Guards.
Sorry. He's attacking Mulk. Yeah, so he gets
-1 to attack roll because of the whelp in the way.
Okay, so 5 again.
So he needs a 5, hits on a 7.
Is he within the stone?
19,
How much do you have on the stone? So he's under the stone, so Mulg is at 21. So this is the 11. Weapon power.
Yeah, dice off 11.
No, what's the.
Sorry, it's 21, so it's 12, so 9.
9, dice off 9. I forgot what the power and strength of the Dawn Guard were.
12, so we've got 3 to the 6.
3 to the 6 on Mulg. So Mulg will be faster next turn. Another whelp.
Now, what's the ruling on the whelps? Is it base to base, or is it just within a certain?
You can drop them within 2 inches of the model, and they cause annoyance to anything within 1 inch.
So next one will be 5.
So he needs 5 to hit, and that's a solid 7.
Dice off 9, we said.
Dice off 9, so no damage on that one.
And the commander will go.
Does he have reach?
Oh, yeah, they
Okay.
They're lovely.
Commander's hitting a 1 plus mat.
Yeah, so
So he needs a 3 on 2 dice. And he gets 2 3s.
and then again,
Dice off 9. And ooh, that's a.
Got 14, so 5 to 1.
So 5 to the 1 on Mulg.
Okay, so that's and there's my maintenance phase. All right. So
So Storm Rangers is kept free for Silas from Silas.
I'm going to have
There's nothing to allocate his focus to, so he's on a full stack.
the get out. And I'm going to switch. He's this one, or no, the
Oh yeah, yeah. You see the markings.
Yeah.
okay, so he's okay.
So you're just moving
Not
the.
out. Okay, so I'll use whip snap on.
So just remember your body.
Yeah, that's fine.
Nothing called push.
I'm going to use whip snap. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I can't move him forward. So whip snap on.
Whip snap onto the
Fire eater. 5 to hit.
It's a 5 to hit. Gets hit on just a 5.
That's 13.
Oh.
Yep. Now that misses because he's the fire eaters are defense 13. There's a few units in the trolls that have a little bit higher defense.
I'm going to move Silas next.
So Silas is moving next. Moving 3 inches. Another 3 inches. He has reach.
Take a shot at that.
So he's going to attack the whelp.
Okay, so 7
So
to hit.
sees a 7 hit the whelp.
No, that hits.
Gets.
How is 7? So you said 11. So 5 to kill.
Now did that take into account the fact the -1 to hit?
So tough. Well, they don't.
No, they don't have tough. They're gone. Yeah, whelps do not have tough.
Okay. Control.
So measuring control. Oh.
Stormfalls will forfeit movement to aim.
Storefalls are forfeiting movement to aim.
Brutal into Doomshaper.
Brutals into Doomshaper.
So he's still 13. So needing so they're up to 7. So he's at 6. So the first one.
Need a 6 to hit.
Yep.
Hits with a 9.
You said 17 because he's in the stone. So dice off 5.
Dice off 5 on 3 dice.
So 5.
So that's 5 to Doomy. No, don't have Urge. Not.
No, the battle pass.
Yeah, but that's only at the beginning of your turn. You're not on your feet anymore. So it's a wonderful ability. You don't get it all the time.
Second one will do the same thing.
So second one do the same thing. Standing still to aim. So it's needs a 6 to hit
That one will miss.
and misses with a 5.
Deviation.
So it's on a deviate.
Black redirection. 3 to the 3.
3 to the 3. So it looks like it's going to clip the Earthborn.
How much is it's only pound 6. So house. Yeah.
So it's only hit the Earthborn, which at strength 6 won't do any damage. Because the Earthborn's currently 20 under the stone.
Matt 6. Okay. Good stuff.
So now
All right.
Nathan's contemplating what to do next.
Okay. Yeah, we'll do it this way. Thyron will pop his feet.
So Thyron is popping his feet.
He'll cast Onslaught, yes,
And he's casting Onslaught.
which gives him Pathfinder on a charge.
Gives him Pathfinder on a charge.
And he's going to charge the Earthborn.
He's charging the Earthborn. You can move the trees out of the way. Please.
Oh, but I love them so much.
I think you're the only one other than me.
So he's going to go after the Earthborn. Yeah, he does have to. I'm going to put him as close as I can to him. Ideally, I'd like to do it.
Yeah.
Okay, so 9
And-
inches puts him a little bit farther. I'm going to try and
But you have to make sure you're not clipping the Fire Eater.
I think he's. Oh yeah, no. it looks
Yeah, from this angle it looks a little tight. And what is Thyron's feat again?
Thyron's feat is an additional die on melee attack rolls and sidestep.
Ah, so additional attacks on melee rolls and sidestep.
So go ahead and wail away. He's defense 15.
The free strike, Fire Eater gets the free strike, defense 15 versus Matt of 6. So he needs a 9. And a bouncy die that so manages to hit him on the free strike.
Armor's 20.
Armor 22 of POW 11. And so it's dice minus 11. 1 point of damage on the free strike. A A calculated risk that worked out well for Nathan there. No. Crit would have been good because he would have been on fire, which would have been beneficial, but the dice were not rolling Rob's way.
So, initial attack, defense is still 12.
Mario, we don't know yet. Don't want to give away too much.
12, 20. That's good. Matt 9.
12, 20. Defense 12, so he needs a 3 to hit. Hits with 9.
Weapon Master Charge.
Weapon Master Charge, so it's 4 dice.
Power is 15.
POW 15 versus armor 20, so it's dice minus 5. That's a lot. That's 8 to the 4.
Sidestep will trigger.
So he's triggering sidestep. You can't end your activation on the flag.
You don't get free strikes for it, right? No,
Yeah, sidestep. So his sidestep is triggering, so he is then moving forward. And puts Thyron within reach range of Doomy3. What's going to happen here?
Attack
So he's buying an attack.
on Doomy. So 4 to hit.
Needs a 4 to hit Doomy.
Oh, that's a miss.
He rolls a 3, so the first one is miss. Rob is just validating, what's the affinity? Yeah, Doomy would, is it? We're just checking a roll if if Mog's affinity is on damage to the caster, or if it's on the just being hit. So it's damage by enemy attack, so no attack or no affinity for Mog.
Okay, no flip on the. Fair bit. 15%. Okay, fair bit. Alright, I will. Buy an attack.
Thyron is buying a second attack or another attack against the Earthborn this time.
Oh, I have a mistake. I get an additional die on melee attack rolls. Oh well. Yeah.
Well, it's only attack rolls, right?
Yeah, it's only attack rolls.
Yeah, it wouldn't have been.
It's at Doomy 3 because I got 3 on the thing. That's fine. It's my mistake. I forgot.
Is it a 3 on the bonus on the damage?
An additional die on melee attack rolls. Is his feat.
But you still hit.
No, I missed Doom Shaper.
Oh, that's right, you did.
Missed.
Well, do you want to play it out?
What did you need?
It was only a 1 and a 2, so it was.
Anything else, it would have guaranteed hit, right?
You can make the roll if you want. You do need to roll it after. So.
Yeah.
It's your choice.
Yeah.
Oh, a little decision here.
Yeah. No, I won't worry about it. At this point in time, I don't think it's worthwhile.
Okay, so we're letting it stay.
Alright, so he's gonna attack the Earthborn.
So that one hits against the Earthborn.
Dice off 5.
Dice off 5 against the Earthborn, and that would be a 8 to the 2. So mind and body of the Earthborn are now out. He's buying a third attack, leaving him on 1. On the Earthborn, it's a solid hit with at least an 8 before the other die was picked up. So it's dice minus 5. Dice minus 5, so that would be 11 to the 1. And that's enough to box the Earthborn. So Earthborn is removed. And he's up. No, I think that because of your damage, I don't know if you can place the whelp afterwards because I think it comes out of the whelp, so I don't, or it comes out of it. So fluff-wise, it doesn't make sense. But whether or not the question is can you still spawn a whelp if the model has been removed or killed? Okay. And so you drop a whelp. He's dropping it right in between Thyron and Doomy. Pretty sure Thyron will be scared about the whelp and go running away.
Oh, sorry. Okay. Well, cleave attack will activate.
So cleave attack is activated. He's going to attack the whelp.
Oh look, he's goo.
And that really, really killed the whelp.
Alright, so Darnguard will do next. I'll have them just shimmy around and do some attacks on Mulg.
So the Dawn Guard are moving around to do some damage on Mulg. Trying to get as many of them in there around as he can. So your feat affects everyone in your...
Anybody activating in his control area.
Anyone activating his control. So everyone is getting boosted or boosted attack or melee rolls.
And sidestep.
And sidestep.
Okay.
It's kind of gross.
Start with the first one on the axis. Needing a 5.
So start with the axe needing a 5, gets a 13, so that's a pretty solid hit.
Dice off 6.
Armor 18, dice off 6,
So 7 to the 2.
7 to the 2 on the axer. 5 left on the axer. Second attack needs a 5 on 3 dice. That is a 6, 8. Math is hard apparently.
Dice off 6, you said?
So dice off 6, so that is 2.
2 to what? 2 to the 4.
2 to the 4 on the axer.
And last attack.
Final attack on the axer.
6. Yeah, I don't think it's stackable.
I don't think it's stackable.
It's a B already there.
Yeah, so he hits. Dice off 6.
That's 6.
6 to the 5, and that will box the axer. So the axer is now gone. No fury on him, so nothing that Rob can take back.
First attack on Mulg.
So attacking Mulg. Defense 11 versus...
So needing a 4.
4 to hit.
Hits.
That really does hit. That was a 15. Talking about being a show-off.
Dice off 8.
Dice off 8 against Mulg. So that's 12. That's 6 to the 6 to the 3 on Mulg.
Second one.
Second attack on Mulg,
Big one.
and that's a 14.
Dice off 6. No, dice off 8.
Dice off 8 on Mulg, and that's another 9.
3 to the
3 to the 1.
next attack.
So needing a 4 to hit. Hit with a 14.
Dice off 8 again.
Dice off 8. And that is
Just
1 to the 4. How many more do you have?
2 attacks more.
2 more attacks waiting?
So do that. Matters.
Yeah.
Stuff.
Showing off under feet.
Dice off 8 again.
Dice off 8, and that is 1 to the 6.
And last attack.
Final attack, 3 dice,
Oh, that's a solid one.
and that is another 15.
Dice off,
Rolling high on the hits, but not necessarily on the damage rolls.
dice off 8, so that's got 13, so 5 to the 3.
5 to the 3 on Mulg.
Okay.
How many boxes of Mulg have left? Oh, don't worry about it. I don't want to take your time away. So back to Rob's turn. He has 2 minutes and 40 seconds. Have to do some quick fire checks. Neither of them go out. 3 damage on the one fire eater. So he's got 2 boxes left. Nothing with against the other one.
Okay. How are we gonna do this? Let's take these 3 back.
So he's taking back the focus from Mulg, bringing him back up to the full 7.
And we will. Okay. So Moses gonna stay there. Yep. He's gonna come in. What do you got on you?
Storm Ranger?
Yeah. Anything?
What do you mean?
Like just defense armor.
Oh, he's currently 15, 19.
19. Activate stone.
Activating the stone, giving it stone strength.
Scott Bill.
I'm assuming since he's not answering me, that's the correct choice. So assaulting with the pig, who is on fire, so he's getting boosted attack damage rolls, so he needs a 9 to hit.
Is it a ranged attack? It's a swing. Blade shield will activate, so he's defense 17.
So he needs an 11 on 3 dice. Misses. Nope, that's okay.
I'm gonna have to do Doomshooter. Okay. Attack. Straight attack. Defense rate was
15. If you miss, I attack.
And what's your defense? 7? Or so your mat is 6 or 7?
okay, let's try.
Boosting to hit on Thyron. Doomy's taking a swing.
So 5, so you get 10.
Getting a 10 on 3 dice, and he misses. Back clock back to Nathan to return his attack. Double ones, misses. Rob is going to attack again, boosting to hit. Needs a 9? No, a 10. Hits with a crit. Yep. Okay. Are we? Okay. Roll your. No, you're still. But you still have to hit him. You still need to do your damage against Thyron.
I did. Skirmish.
Oh, okay. Okay, and that is game. So Rob's clock went down to 0. What's that? It's just catching up to what you're doing now. So that would be game. Rob wins on, or sorry, Nathan wins on clock. Close game. Let me put the other mic in.
What was that you thought you didn't do work? Okay, so
Hang on. Let's get the mic because this is the stuff that people actually want. There we go. Okay, there we go. We're back. So, gentlemen, we started off with this, and I got that on the mic so everyone can talk. So, you started off, Nathan, thinking you didn't set up correctly. What was your thought then?
Okay, so first was I didn't put Narn in front of Thyron so that he could Storm Rager him, because Mat 10, POW 13, Weapon Master, he's just disgusting. So that was the first thing I messed up. I always put the Mage Hunter in front of Thyron, and that's just so that I remember to put Storm Rager on it. I didn't, and so I moved him up and totally forgot. And so he totally left. The second thing was when he wasn't the Magister wasn't close enough to whip snap him forward. I knew he was out. Like, that charge I knew was no good. I don't know why I even bothered. It was just no good. But as we said, it was 2 or 3 inches out. Well, whip snap would have moved him up 3 more, and then he just jumps over. And I felt like it was just the assassination was there, but because I had messed up the first just deployment, it was just game, or at least Narn wasn't going to do anything that game.
No. Yeah. Okay. Rob, any comments on the game?
I'm way too slow. That's really all it came down to. And my Pyre Troll, as usual, he does great the first turn, setting everyone fire, and then he sits back here because I forget him, or he's just too far back from the action. Is part of the problem with him? I find.
Your biggest issue is forgetting these guys.
I see, but then at the same time, it would have just sucked more time out of my turn, which probably wouldn't have been as useful. Like being able to have Mulg charge the bigger Warjack here was huge for me, because then it forces him to put everything on Mulg.
Yeah.
But I mean, forgetting unit is obviously stupid, and he shouldn't do it at home, kids. Obviously, if I was able to deploy from here, I would have basically just put a line of them here, I think was the idea, and then just tie up everything over here and basically contest. So what probably would have happened is I would have had maybe a stronger presence here to prevent like Russians like that in the end. But either way, I think it still comes down to time management. I take way too long to make decisions or plan anything, and that's always my downfall for sure.
Having played this a game with Doomy3 last week, that was the exact same thing that happened to me against Menoth. I took too long to made the right choices, but it took too long to get to it. I mean, the one thing with, and this is my question, because I've thought about bringing the Burrowers my Doomy3. I mean, the Burrowers have a rat and a mat of 4, which need a lot of help. The scroll gives you the equivalent of signs important, so you roll a third die and you reduce the lowest. Is that enough? Because if you look in a really tuned Burrowers list, you have the Fell Caller, you've got the Chronicler, you potentially have the Witch Dot Croc to give them undead, so they're fearless. Like, have you got enough work when, not to rub it in the fact that they were removed from play, but when you've played this list, have you gotten enough work from the Burrowers just because of that one scroll?
So what I've been playing this list differently for the past whatever history with Doomy3, which has been 3 or 4 games. I've actually used the Bouncer instead of the Burrowers, which I found I don't handle a lot of War Beasts very well. So to fit my play style and to be better for me, I've used the Burrowers on a lot of other lists. So that's why I took them this time. I'm almost thinking even dropping something like the Pyre and then being able to boost their mat with something like a Fell Caller, or even something I don't know, like another mercenary type thing.
The only drawback with that is you wouldn't be in tier, so you wouldn't get the bonus.
Oh, sorry. With the Pyre?
No, if you keep the Pyre, you stay in tier. But if you drop the Pyre for the Fell Caller, then you lose.
Oh yeah, you can't. Sorry, you can't take the Fell Caller. You're right. I just think so the problem that I find with this is the Pyre Troll is way too. This is a really odd situation for troll list for me, because everything in this list is really fast the first turn, and they leave behind the Pyre Troll basically back here. So when he lights something on fire, he just sits back here for a turn and a half essentially, where he does nothing. And then in this case, it was even worse because he can't really move up quick enough with the water. But
he's a good transfer.
Yeah,
but that's about it.
Yeah. I'm almost thinking to use my Fire Eaters to just light themselves on fire or something instead, and put him on a flank somewhere and use his Flaming Fists better, because that would also have helped too. If I had a little more strength on Mulg, maybe I would have used less attacks on the bigger guy and maybe been able to wipe out a little more infantry. At least that's my thoughts, which are usually wrong.
Everyone's got their. I'm confusing Nathan because I've one of our viewers is now is sharing a picture of some secret work. Well, I think he's posting it other places, but some secret ret stuff he's working on. So that looks awesome. So I think that's it for this episode. Thank you for watching, everyone. Remember, we do this every Tuesday night at 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. If you want to see us play, and then just so everyone know, because this was a challenge lead game, Rob and Nathan have swapped roles. So Rob is now in tier 4, so he's going to start challenging people, and then Nathan is now into tier 3, clawing his way back up to the second round.
Lost. I was so upset. I was coming after Phil. I was going for it.
Well, Phil's challenged me, but I'm still trying to figure out the logistics, because if he lost one game, how can he challenge me? But
well, he was at 2. He was at 2, then he goes to 3.
Yeah.
So then he can challenge you because you're still 2.
Yeah, but I think he had to be challenged first from tier 4, but he had a token from another game. Anyways.
In theory, he would have challenged somebody. He would have challenged somebody to get up, which was me.
Yeah.
And so he didn't challenge you or Mark, so he still has his token. Right?
Yeah. Apparently, we need a degree in higher mathematics to figure this stuff out. At least I do.
Still got it.
Blame it on Bubba.
Yeah.
So as long as because he wasn't challenged, obviously it was Scotty who challenged him.
Yeah.
So he should still have it. So he could still challenge you.
Wow, this has got.
It's a good system.
This is already more confusing than I want it to be at this time of night. So thank you once again for watching. If you're watching this on Twitch, make sure you hit the little heart button. If you're watching this on YouTube, hit the like and subscribe button, because there's, like I said, there's voodoo magic in the background that makes things better and makes us do more of these. Any questions, throw them to the 4 New Gamers Facebook page. That's FOUR New Gamers on Facebook, or the number 4 New Gamers on Twitter. And listen to the 4 New Gamers podcast and everything else on the Hand Cannon family of podcasts. And I think that's all the list I have for this evening. Thank you for watching, and we'll have Bubba back soon, honest. Good night, everyone.